You ever feel like there's something within you that needs to be expressed, or heard the term that art is medicine and you can use creativity to heal, and you're like, how does that work? Well, in this video, I'm going to share 5 healing creative tips for you to use to start adapting this modality if it's something that you believe in or just want to try. It's for the people who just don't know how to let it out or how to even start, right? This is where creativity does become the medicine. I believe that art is non-invasive. It has no side effects. It goes at your own pace. It meets you where you're at. And for those that are new here and don't know who I am, my name is Jenny. I am a healing arts facilitator, a passionate psychiatric nurse, and a lifelong creative. I use the Spark method to help others reconnect with themselves to feel more confident, empowered, and live their most creative and authentic life. Let's begin. So the first thing is start where you're at right now and not where you think you should be. I think oftentimes we're like, we need to be able to play the guitar really well, or already know how to paint, or have written a book before we can write a book. And it seems like an unrealistic ask of ourselves. And I would never recommend to a friend and being like, well, you better learn how to write a book before you write a book. It's like, no, just write the book, you know? And it's this whole thinking that we need to be somewhere else. We need to be on the other side of the hurdle already. And you know what? I think the takeaway here is that we're like the cute little seed. You plant the seed into the soil and you close it up and you nurture it and you love it. You can't just yell at it and tell it to be a flower. You can't force it. You can't work yourself to death and chase the hustle and have so much pressure. What we need is to just let it shine. Where are we at right now? What do we know right now? How can we lean into that with safety, with love, with compassion, with a little bit of play, right? Number 2, we create from emotion and not expectation. Again, it's like thinking that poor little seed needs to grow into this beautiful flower. But really, at the end of the day, what just needs to be expressed? What colors are feeling into you? Or what sounds or movements are calling you? What is it that your body is trying to tell you? What is your heart trying to nudge you towards? We ignore it so often that we can't even hear it. And if we say yes a couple of times, it starts becoming louder and louder. And we're able to tap into what our intuition is wanting us to create. So what is the emotion? Are you feeling really sad and you need to listen to sad songs? Are you feeling really angry and it's heavy metal all day? For me, it's like having the river flow, right? It's flowing. It's letting it flow and not forcing it to go that way and forcing it to go this way. Like, we're not just creating dams for ourselves. Just let the creativity flow. So I know a lot of people have a hard time creating time. So this one is about making a ritual. It doesn't have to be a daily ritual. I just want to make that a fact. It's something that's sustainable for you. You know, my partner says that he can't go to the gym 7 days a week as much as he would like to, just like I would love to paint and create 7 days a week. But with my life working and having a child and a fur baby and all the responsibilities that we've taken on in this life and whatever else is happening in yours, we just sometimes can't commit. But let's make a ritual and a date with ourselves. You know, in the artist's way, they say make a creative date with yourself. And it makes perfect sense. So do I do it 15 minutes at the beginning of the day or the end of the day? And giving myself a lot of grace to do it. If I can't journal, it's okay. If I can't play music, it's okay. But if I can, let's do it and make it intentional. So maybe it is the same time every day, or maybe it's after you shower or during your coffee or when you get home from work. When can you carve a little bit of that screen scrolling time into some creative act? Number 4 is reflect gently. I think reflection is a really big piece because it brings awareness into how your creative journey is going. So the first thing is like, If I wanted to create today and I was able to journal, how does that make me feel? If I wanted to create today and I wasn't able to journal or paint or do anything else, how does that make me feel? And how can I change that for the better? What's something different that I can do? Maybe my expectation is too big. Maybe 15 minutes is too much and I need to dial it down a little bit. Maybe it's just sit down and write while I drink my morning coffee. And if that's 5 minutes or 7 minutes, then so be it. Or dialing it even further down to one sentence. So it has to be realistic to you. It has to be accommodating your lifestyle, right? Creativity is to work for you. It's a tool that you can use, not one that you have to force and control. So the last one, number 5, is to share and witness creations. This is all about community engagement, and this is the reason why I created the Collective Spark on School. It's to build community engagement. When we share together, we give each other permission to create, we learn from their lessons, and we can create a community that shares tips and tricks and also is open to sharing your art. For a lot of people, sharing art in a public space is really difficult. It was super hard for me. It wasn't until I was like 32 before I actually started sharing my paintings online on a regular basis. But I've been making art since I was like 5. So that's it just kind of shows you like it's really hard to be seen and be witnessed. So I've created a private group where we all understand that safe space. So feel free to join. So I'll put a link in the description. My final closing note is when we create from the heart, like truly create from the heart, we don't just make something beautiful. We remember that we're beautiful. So what's one small way you can express yourself today?